Everyone thinks espionage is about shadowy figures and secret documents. Sometimes it's about digging. They're wrong. Sometimes it's about digging a tunnel, 500 feet long, beneath the most heavily fortified border in the world, to steal the enemy's most intimate secrets right from under their feet. This isn't a spy novel. This is Operation Gold, later known as the Berlin Tunnel, a monumental feat of engineering and deception, conceived by the CIA and MI6 in the heart of the Cold War. The year was 1953. Berlin, a divided city, was ground zero for intelligence gathering. The Soviets, naturally, had their communications hubs situated directly in their East Berlin sector. Specifically, 3 crucial cables carried all Red Army and KGB communications between their headquarters in Karlshorst, East Berlin, and Moscow. Tapping these was the ultimate prize. Enter George Blake, an MI6 officer, or so everyone thought. Blake was, in fact, a Soviet mole. He would play a critical and ultimately devastating role in the tunnel's story. The plan was audacious: dig from the American sector under the border and intercept the cables. It was a logistical nightmare, fraught with political and operational risks. The CIA established a cover story. A radar station was being built by the U.S. Army Signal Corps. This provided the necessary secrecy and the heavy equipment for digging. Construction began in September 1954. The soil was a mix of clay and sand, requiring constant shoring. The noise, surprisingly, wasn't the biggest concern. Vibration was. To mask the vibrations, they synchronized digging with passing trains and construction work above ground. Over 3,000 tons of dirt were excavated, each load carefully concealed. Finally, in February 1955, after 5 months of relentless effort, the tunnel reached its target. The team successfully tapped the 3 Soviet cables. For 11 months, the CIA and MI6 collected an unprecedented trove of Soviet intelligence. Tens of thousands of conversations, millions of words, were recorded, analyzed, and translated. They learned about Soviet troop movements, diplomatic discussions, and KGB operations across Eastern Europe. The intelligence was invaluable, giving the West a critical advantage. But the entire operation was compromised from the very beginning. George Blake, the Soviet mole, had informed the KGB about the tunnel even before construction started. The KGB, astonishingly, allowed the operation to proceed. Why? To feed the West carefully curated disinformation while protecting their true assets and methods. They wanted to uncover the full extent of Western tapping capabilities and methods. It was a brilliant, cynical counterintelligence coup, playing the long game. On April 22, 1956, the KGB discovered the tunnel. They staged a dramatic raid, complete with flashing lights and propaganda cameras, condemning Western aggression. The West feigned shock and outrage, maintaining the fiction that the tunnel was a successful, undisclosed operation. Both sides played their roles perfectly. In the end, the Berlin Tunnel was a paradox. A stunning engineering achievement, yielding vast intelligence, yet fundamentally compromised by a deep-seated mole. It remains one of the Cold War's most fascinating and complex espionage sagas, a testament to both human ingenuity and the profound dangers of betrayal. Explore another deep dive into Cold War deception by watching our video on the defection of Oleg Penkovsky next.